My name is Mac. I graduated from Georgia State last year, so recent alumni. I'm stuck in corporate America now and not the biggest fan of it. So tried to get back into living the glory days at Georgia State. That's why I started this podcast. But I see that you're a Barstool athlete. I'll kind of get in that a little bit later, but just the vibe we're definitely going for is less like I watched an interview of yours the other day where you were talking to like some traditional media member, and it was very, formal answers and things like that. But like, this is more of like a pardon my take kind of vibe if you listen to them at all. So like, definitely just, if you want to curse at all, definitely, that's totally fine. If, you want to make a joke or anything, please, man, it's more than welcome. So just kind of wanted to throw the vibe out there. So
all right, I got you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, really honored to have you on. As I said, you're the second guest. So, you are one of the people that when I started this, I had my list of guys that I was going to reach out to. So you were definitely at the top of the list.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. Huge honor to have you on. And yeah, so we can kind of dive into it. But if you, want to introduce yourself real quick and, just kind of let the audience know maybe, what's up with Gunther Rankenburg, we can do that. And then we'll go into kind of more of the Q&A.
My name is Gunther Rankenburg, play soccer here at Georgia State. And not much has been up recently since the season has ended, but I'm just moving along, I guess.
Nice. Cool. Do you just have finals? Just finish finals?
Yeah, I actually had one on Monday, which was my last one.
Nice. I know that's always a good feeling to be done with that shit. So
yeah.
Cool, man. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into it. So this question is definitely just a more basic one, kind of getting into everything, but out of being a student athlete, specifically at Georgia State, what is your favorite part about that? Is that the opportunities to meet more people, or maybe travel a little bit with the team, or whatever it is, or you can go the other end where you're like, honestly, at times it kind of sucks ass. I'm super busy, it's a balancing act that's a little hard, at this time in your life. So yeah, just kind of speak on that a little bit.
I mean, it definitely is hard at times, like especially like the last 3 weeks of our season where we went to like West Virginia a week before conference tournament, and then week after went to Northern Illinois, but stayed there for 6 days, and then came back, got the automatic bid, went to Charlotte, then
had to go up to DC. Yeah.
So at times it can be very difficult, but no, I enjoy every aspect of it. Like you said, I like traveling. I like being with the team and stuff like that, like traveling, seeing different things. And then obviously we get there and then have to go to business and play our games and stuff like that. So no, I really enjoy it.
Right. And no, definitely, man, every time I watch the games, like you have a great game face. Like you're always like, whenever, you get the ball and it goes to you, you can tell you're so zoned in. I love it.
Yeah. Sometimes the people like fans are like messing with me behind the goal and stuff. And they're like, oh, why are you so serious and stuff like that.
I saw during the West Virginia game, there were a bunch of kids behind you messing with you like the entire time.
They were really, some of them I can deal with, but then like some of them they actually don't know anything about soccer. So
Right. And I'm sure, I might fall under that category, unfortunately, but I'm sure as like someone like you who not only plays soccer, but you're an avid soccer fan, you're like, come on, man, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now.
Definitely are like the stereotypical like American that just support their school,
Right. No, that's a perfect way to put it. Definitely. So kind of speaking about that, what made you end up choosing Georgia State as like an athletic avenue? Was it something that they were one of the only really schools recruiting you, or maybe, you had like some family that went here or what have you? What was the biggest deciding factor when it came to choosing Georgia State?
I mean, I was kind of trying to stay in state. So
okay.
Obviously I'm from Marietta, Georgia. So I was trying to kind of stay close by. And I think just Georgia State was the best option for me. And it's turned out wonderful for me. And I'm not that far from home either, only like 40 minutes. So
Right.
Cool. If I need to, but
oh yeah, I'm from Marietta as well. So like I felt the same when I chose Georgia State. Like I didn't want to go super far away, and it was still far enough away where you can get like an actual legitimate college experience. So yeah.
And then obviously like being downtown stuff, I just feel like there's everything to do.
Right.
Can't miss out on anything really.
Yeah, no, man. Like I lived in Athens for a couple years, and there's one thing to do in Athens, and that's get shit faced. And that's about it. But Atlanta,
Exactly.
you got plenty of things that you can do. So
Yeah.
yeah. Cool, man. Cool. As I mentioned before, I saw that you're a Barstool athlete, and as someone who's definitely followed Barstool over the years, like I think that's super cool they're doing that. But not only do I wonder this, like even my girlfriend was wondering, like, what exactly does that mean? Like, what do they send you anything? Like, are you responsible for ever promoting anything for them or anything like that? Like, what exactly does a Barstool athlete mean?
I haven't like experienced anything yet. I know like I got the email saying like, oh, you gotta like put it in your bios and stuff like that, and
Uh-huh.
like we'll send you some like merch in the
Okay.
meantime. But like I haven't gotten merch, not nor aware that it's coming. But like a few of like my friends have gotten stuff, so I'm like thinking like surely mine's coming sometime.
Right.
So
Okay. Come on, Portnoy.
other
You got
than
to send it to
that,
my boy Gunther. Come on.
yeah. Other than that, there's not much to it at all.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So like, is the application process just pretty simple? You just got to kind
Yeah,
of prove that you're an
it
actual,
was like a
college
Google
athlete.
form. It was like a
Yeah.
Google form I just filled out, and then I got saying I was accepted. So
Nice. That's awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, obviously I think, I know there's a couple dudes on the football team that are Barstool athletes, like you said, you'll see it in their bio. So, when you're like on Twitter, you're like, what is it? I wonder what they like have to do for that, but that's cool. Um, Cool. Moving on a little bit though, we'll talk a little bit more about the sport you play, which is soccer. So as I mentioned, I'm definitely my soccer fanhood is growing and growing. I went to a few United games this year. Like, I really started to pay attention to you guys. So I'm learning about the game, but I grew up playing football, and really, what I'm getting at is growing up playing football, there were certain kids that would want to be quarterback. And I am one of those people that I've said even before I was a huge soccer fan that I think the most important position in sports is quarterback, and the second most is goalkeeper in soccer. Like, I think you guys control such a huge aspect of the game. And if you're not on, it doesn't matter how well the rest of the team is playing, So
I agree. Yeah.
so with that being said, like I said, I played football, and the kids that were definitely a little more confident in themselves, which maybe was deserved at times, but maybe other times not as much. They were like, I'm quarterback, right? Is that the same with soccer? Like, is it kind of like, no, I'm keeper, like I'm all-time keeper? Well, not all-time keeper, but you know what I mean?
I mean, I haven't really played. I didn't play keeper my whole life. That's the thing.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
like during my like younger phase, I think it was like up to like 13. I played like striker and stuff like that. And then
Okay.
like just this like one tournament we were playing in, like first game, we got absolutely like smashed, and our keeper played terrible, and our coach was like fuming, and he was like, "I'm putting you in that." And then like we ended up winning that tournament and beating that team that we got smashed in the final, and that's just kind of how it all started.
And now, man, you're an all-conference keeper in
Yeah,
a D1 athletics, man. Like,
exactly.
that's awesome, dude.
It
That's
worked out, I
awesome.
guess.
No, man, you definitely you got very legitimate skill at it. Like I don't know exactly what I'm watching, but when I watch, I'm like, damn, this guy's good.
It's not really that hard to understand for like a.
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
not
I
like
think
just keep the ball out of the net. Simple.
right. No, I'm gonna sound like a kind of an idiot here, but offsides is definitely a little confusing. I feel like that.
No, it is to everyone.
Right.
You're
Even
not
the
the only
players,
one.
it's confusing. Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Cool. Yeah. Sweet. So yeah, kind of talking a little more about, just, football and soccer related. I notice whenever you do like a goal kick or anything like that, I don't think it goes less than 60 yards. Like you have a boot on you, right? And
So that's the
so,
funny thing. Like sometimes I don't even like realize I kick it that far until like I watch like film back and like holy shit, like I kicked the
dude,
ball
it
so far.
sells, man. Like you kick it and it always goes past the midfield line. Always.
I used to be a kicker though for a few years.
Oh, okay. That's really what I was about to ask, man. Like, have you ever dived into being a kicker in football or anything
Yeah,
like that?
actually, I think it was like seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade,
Nice.
and yeah, like just I had like a few football buddies that were like, oh, like we need like a kicker and stuff, and then just like I
Yeah.
was like, screw it, I'll try it, I guess.
Yeah, no, we did the exact
Actually,
same thing on my team growing up, and it
yeah,
didn't work out as
the
well.
one the
So
one soccer kid at the school was like, oh, come kick for us.
right, that's normally how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah, man, that's awesome. Well, yeah, dude. If next season, if our kicker starts missing a lot of field goals, I'm gonna reach out to Coach Elliott and be like, hey, go hit up Gunther.
Yeah, you do
That guy, that
that.
guy, that guy, dude. I'm straight up, man. Not even kidding. You could tell me I could go hide in a cave for 5 years and come out, but Gunther's a starting kicker in the NFL. I'd be like, yeah, no shit. Look at his leg. Yeah, but
It's
yeah,
like
man. No,
a, like
you got a boot on
backup
you for
plan.
sure. You got a boot on you for sure. Cool, man. So yeah, a little more about soccer. I think one of the reasons that I really just was kind of attracted to you as like a fan. And every time, like I told a few people that I got an interview coming up, and they're like, "Oh, what's his name?" And I said Gunther Rankenburg, and they're like, "Holy shit!" They're like, "That's the coolest name I've ever heard." And I was like, "Yeah, man, with a name like that, he was born to play soccer." Um, yeah, so like a real question is, obviously your name is of some European descent. It sounds like at least. Was soccer like huge in your household growing up? Because I grew up in the Southeast, and football was a religion in my house, right? So was soccer kind of the same for you growing up?
Yeah, so like I'm German. My name's German. I was named
Okay,
after my
yeah,
grandpa. Both my grandparents were born in Germany, and then they fled over here to Chicago. And that's where my dad
nice.
was born. And then he moved down here when he was pretty young. So, and then he played soccer like his whole life. So I guess just kind of having that German in him.
Hmm.
Um, then he played at the Citadel, in Charleston. And
Oh
then
yeah,
I guess it was just he played a few like kind of like pro like indoor stuff around here, like in Atlanta, but like obviously it was smaller back then.
yeah.
Um, so I don't know, it just kind of always I've played soccer since I was like 3, so I kind of,
Right, yeah. I've been kicking around a soccer ball
yeah,
since you can
exactly.
walk. Yeah,
Since I
yeah.
could, yeah,
Hell yeah, man. I mean, I figured that was the case, but like it's always just cool seeing, the different
yeah,
aspects of that. Like I got a buddy who's from up north, and his family is that way with hockey, right? It's
yeah,
just cool seeing the different sports where, you know, it's basically the same. So
yeah,
that's
for
awesome.
sure.
Um but yeah, man. So as just to kind of stay on the sports a little bit, I know you said you played kicker a little bit. And I know with keeper, it's not all soccer players are incredibly athletic because obviously you have to run so much, but I think keeper, you got to have like good hands and things like that. So if you could play another D1 sport besides soccer, which one do you think you'd be playing?
Um, Probably like basketball or football. Like
Oh, okay.
I always like look at like the football team, like the basketball team, and like, but not even like our football team, but like just like watching like the SEC championship game last week, like
Uh-huh.
being like, if you're sick at football, like imagine being in that game right now. Like it's just, or like being like a sick basketball player. I think
Right.
those are two probably like, if you were sick at it, that'd be like cool to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. You know, I think those sports are just obviously a little more popular in the United States, so they get a
Definitely.
bigger fan gatherings and things like that. And like you said, I can't even imagine being like in the SEC championship having 100,000 people just screaming
Yeah.
around you. Like, can't even imagine. It's got to be an out of a body experience.
Yeah, we think like 1,500 is a lot of people. Like
Right.
when we played Akron, they had like 1,500, and I think Georgetown was probably near the same, but that's still like it's still crazy for us. But like obviously we're not used to anything more. So
Right. Yeah. I remember too when they showed the crowd in Charlotte, it was a decent sized crowd
yeah,
as
I think
well.
that
I don't.
them as well was near a
Yeah.
thousand, I believe.
I did see though, I was reading about the like kind of the state of the soccer program, and I was reading that we don't have the stands right now because it was kind of a two-part project, and they did the new weight room and like facilities first.
Yeah,
And I agreed with what they said. They did that because that was going to be like better for you guys. Like, sure, obviously you guys would love to have like a ton of fans in the stands, but um,
I mean we
I,
still have
I
like
get the
we
resources
still have
are a
like
little limited at a school like Georgia State.
yeah.
You know.
I mean we still have like bleachers and stuff because that's what I know. I assume you followed Barstool GSU. Like they would just like every time like something would come up about like our games or like us doing well, the girls team at Barstool, I would always see Barstool going
Like
like,
campaign
oh,
and yeah,
yeah, they would be
yeah,
like,
to get more
oh,
seats.
where are the bleachers? But they were just
Mhm.
going off that first picture that was ever posted of the facility. But there are bleachers there.
Okay.
But like it's not just like nothing. They have probably like 4 bleachers, probably can hold like 50 people. And then
Okay.
they have like we have like a bunch of chairs that you can get, and then obviously you can just bring your own chairs, and there's like a few benches as well.
Right.
But
And I
then
think
like
the field with like having the skyline around it and shit, like I
yeah,
think that looks dope. Like I think it looks
yeah,
really cool.
I enjoy it as well. It's
Yeah.
definitely better than our old field driving out to Decatur in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Which just didn't even make sense for being our campus being in the middle of the
Yeah,
city and driving all the way out there.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no, it's definitely has been. I think we have drawn bigger crowds at some of our games, to be fair. But that's just because like some are just students and they don't have cars, so they can't drive out to Decatur at our old field and stuff like that. So
Right.
it's definitely been a pleasure, obviously, because we've had the facility for I think it was last year, maybe 2 years now.
Okay.
Like it's obviously was under construction and then COVID happened, but like
Yeah.
it's just like nice that we can finally just our locker rooms there and we can just walk out to the field rather get ready there and then get
And then
there
have to drive.
and
Yeah.
drive. Yeah. So it's definitely been a lot better having the field there finally done. So
Hell yeah. Yeah. I can imagine, being able to, you know, not have that gap of like, sitting in the car and kind of losing your heart rate and,
exactly.
calming down a little bit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely. Cool. Well, hell yeah, man. I know for a fact the soccer program, the trajectory is sky high right now. You guys are killing it. I know like with Marshall joining the Sun Belt, like I think they won a national championship a couple years ago.
Yeah, they won last year.
Last year, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's an incredible soccer program added to the conference. We've been killing it. So
yeah, I think Old Dominion and James Madison have really good programs as well.
Yeah. I was reading that too. So I think next year we're going to have an incredible soccer conference, and that should just really, improve. All a high tide rises all boats. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm like supposed to speak on it, like what's official, but like there might be like more teams coming to the Sun Belt that would make it even like one of the best conferences in the nation.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. No. Hell yeah.
I'm not because obviously like the Sun Belt, like all the football teams have come over already.
Right.
I think that's the plan next year is to go back to the Sun Belt.
Yeah, I know the Sun Belt's definitely making a push to be like the number one group of 5 conference,
Yeah.
But hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Cool. So now we'll just kind of jump into just some kind of rapid fire questions for lack of a better term here. So all-time favorite athletes, any sport for you, who's that going to be?
I have to say Manuel Neuer.
Okay.
German goalkeeper. Plays for my favorite team, FC Bayern. And I was kind of just like always growing up, like watching him kind of like once I did become a keeper, I kind of like
kind of modeled your game after him a little bit.
Follow kind of his footsteps and trying to like be like him and stuff like that. So
okay. Hell yeah. I hate that I've never heard of that guy, but I'm definitely gonna have to look him up now for sure.
Will,
yeah, for sure. Is he a current player or was he
he's current, yeah.
Current, okay.
He's been around for ages.
Okay.
Gotcha. I don't even know, probably since like early late 2000s maybe.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
He started getting like in his prime and then he transferred to FC Bayern and then won the World Cup in 2014 with Germany and won multiple Champions Leagues with Bayern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I obviously remember the World Cup with Germany was you said 2014 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that game against Brazil, man.
I know.
That was a murder.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure the Rankenburg household was a pretty happy household that day.
You can say that, yeah. Just a little bit, yeah.
Nice. Cool. So the next just few questions are just kind of Atlanta based because obviously Georgia State's in Atlanta. You mentioned you grew up in Marietta, so for the most part you've been in Atlanta for the majority of your life. So definitely always want to rep Atlanta when we can. So we'll get right into it. Favorite Atlanta rapper? Who is that going to be for you?
Atlanta rapper. Who are like the main ones?
Everybody says Lil Baby when I ask them this. Everybody goes with Lil Baby. Gunna's from Atlanta. Let's see. 21 Savage is from Atlanta. Obviously the big ones, the old guys like T.I., Ludacris, Jeezy, all them.
I'd probably say 21 to be honest.
Okay, hell yeah,
I
man.
like Lil Baby, but like everyone like overhypes him, I think.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Lil Baby too. I definitely do, but he,
Yeah.
I don't, I, you know,
I
I don't
like
know
I
if he's
like his old
overhyped,
I
but
like his
he
old
is.
music more.
Say what now?
I like his old music more.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But no, I'd probably say 21. I enjoy everything 21 drops.
Hell yeah. No, I love 21 too. I saw him at Music Midtown this last September and it was quite a show. So hell yeah. Sweet. So what's your favorite place to eat in Atlanta?
Oof, that's a tough one.
Right. There's some good options for
So
this
many
one.
restaurants here. Um, I don't even know honestly. Like, there's just so many.
I got you. I
One
got you.
one that I can think of like instantly is Fellini's pizza.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, La Fonda's always good.
I was literally about to say La Fonda, man. If you go, you got
Um,
both of them right there if
yeah,
you want to go.
exactly.
So
Those
um,
that's just what came to my head, but
no, that's a safe answer, man. That's a safe
right.
one. Like speaking of Barcel earlier, I remember when the Super Bowl was here and Dave does the pizza reviews. Everyone was like, "You have to go to Fellini's," you
Yeah,
know. So,
yeah,
so yeah, that's a safe choice, man. Safe choice, definitely. I love me some Fellini's. It's always a good vibe too. You know what I mean?
definitely, yeah.
Always a good vibe. Um, what is your favorite place to go out? Like, if I don't know if you're, really do that at all, but if you do, like, would you hit up like the Ivy and Buckhead, or you going to Magic City? Which one are you gonna be doing?
Can't say I've ever been to Magic City. We've always kind of like joked about it since freshman year, but haven't actually made the trip to it. But
Okay.
either like Buckhead and stuff like that, or there's a few places in Midtown where we usually go. But
Okay. Hell yeah. Well, hey man, when you guys win a conference championship next year, we'll all hit up Magic City and we'll let them know that we're coming and they'll have everything ready for us.
yeah, we'll get a section for us.
Right. Cool. Couple more though. So favorite all-time Atlanta athletes. Obviously, talking like Michael Vick, Chipper Jones, Ronald Acuna, Trey Young. Let's see, Joseph Martinez. So
Um, I'd probably say José Martinez to be honest.
okay. Yeah, no,
Um,
man, he's a badass.
I
He's a
mean, yeah,
badass.
like he's sick. Like we've been, my parents and I have been season ticket holders ever since Atlanta United started.
Nice.
Like going from the games at Georgia Tech at Bobby Dodd, from Mercedes Benz, and then them winning MLS Cup. That was just like I was fully invested in Atlanta United. But then like they obviously sold Almiron and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
now they're not so good. So I don't really, obviously still go to their games, but I don't really keep up with them just as much as I did. But
Right.
the Falcons obviously aren't always the greatest. I never really watched like NFL like that. I always watched like college football.
Okay. Yeah.
Baseball, like I know Chipper Jones. I used to love baseball when I was younger, but didn't play it. But
Okay.
Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, I know all of them.
Nice.
Obviously was sick. We went to like the Battery and stuff when the Braves were playing when they won the World Series and stuff. So that was obviously sick scenes. But
Right.
and then NBA, don't really watch much of it. But
Okay.
Trey Young's sick though. I love Trey Young.
Yeah, I'm actually season ticket holder of the Hawks right now, and we've lost five straight home games, so haven't been that fun with that. But like you said, being a season ticket holder, being able to go to every game, be really invested.
Yeah, I always see like people going. I know like some tickets are like some games are, like really cheap, and I actually need to look because I think we should probably go.
Yeah, no, man, it's a hell of an experience. Like last night we played the Rockets and we ended up losing, right? But it was still just Trey shaking people off, hitting threes, alley oops, and all that. Like it's a good time.
Yeah,
sure.
like I had phases growing up. I don't know why. Like I always played soccer, but like I had phases with like what sports I loved, and I did have a phase where like I loved like the NBA as well.
Okay.
Like I was a big LeBron fan. Like when he was at the Cavs the first time.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Me too.
I don't know, but I went to a game when LeBron came here one year.
Oh, nice.
That's probably like the last time I went, to be honest.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a great time, but obviously, with Atlanta having so many different professional sports teams, you got a lot of options on that one. Yeah. Cool though. So just in general, last question about Atlanta. What is your favorite part about Atlanta? Atlanta's a pretty unique place. So, like, is it Is it the cooking? Like, is it the food? Is it the Southern hospitality? Is it just how damn crazy this place can be sometimes?
That's definitely a shout. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said earlier, there's just like so much to do, like
Right.
eating, going out, like entertainment, stuff like that. But like even if like I know like some of the guys, like when we have like nothing to do, we'll just like go walk down the Beltline and stuff. That's
Right.
probably like, one
Right.
of my favorites. Go to Piedmont Park or something like that.
Yeah. Go to Poor Tap Room and Hawkers off the Beltline or
Yeah,
something like
exactly.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
New rum, yeah,
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I would have to agree. That's definitely one of my favorite parts about Atlanta too. There's always something to do.
exactly.
Well, awesome. We will wrap up the interview on this last question. It's what I'm going to ask everybody. So for all of our listeners and anybody that ends up watching this or listening to it, what is the main thing that you would want people to know about you? Is it hey, I'm a good kid, I'm a good guy, I'm focused on whatever, or whatever it may be. What would be one of the one things you want people to know about you?
Um, I don't know, just like who I am and what my goal is, I guess.
Right. Okay. No, I'm getting the sense pretty chill dude,
Yeah,
pretty laid
definitely.
back, not too serious of a person, which is a compliment, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
So um hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, just want to thank you again, Gunther, for giving me some time. I thoroughly enjoyed talking with you, man. It was
thank you
it
for
was a
having me.
pleasure. I'd love to, whether this is, sometime in the spring. I are you guys going to play in the spring and falls, or just fall now that COVID is?
No, we'll play in spring. Like
Okay.
obviously, like last year we only had like practices, and
Okay.
then because COVID and that the what's it called, the athletics didn't really want us to play games in the spring.
Right.
But no,
Okay.
we'll go back to like our regular ways, like before COVID, and we'll have like 5 scrimmages just sometime throughout the season or the spring. I mean,
Cool. Well, yeah, man, I'd love to, if you have the time, maybe touch base and do another, quick little interview during the spring, and kind of
yeah, sounds
just
good.
let people know what's going on with the team, because you guys are slowly becoming one of the more fan favorite teams at Georgia State, definitely.
That's
So
good. That's good.
yeah, man. But can't thank you enough again, Gunther. Good luck with, this next semester, and obviously, training during the off season and everything. Hope you have incredible holidays, and looking forward to seeing you again, man.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me. Hope you have a lovely holiday. But yeah, let's definitely do another one of these sometime whenever you're free.
Hell yeah, man. Definitely. We'll stay in touch. Have a good night, Gunther.
You too. Thanks for having me.
See you, man.
See ya.